Hey everyone, my name is Navyot Singh and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a very important topic, Amazon FBA fees. If you're planning to start your Amazon FBA journey, this is something you absolutely need to understand first. So make sure to watch closely because this information is crucial if you want to build a real profitable business on Amazon. Let's start with something every seller must know: monthly subscription fee. To become a professional seller on Amazon, you need to pay a monthly subscription fee of $29.99 Canadian. This isn't optional. It's essential if you're serious about selling on Amazon. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Do I really need to pay this every month? And my answer is yes, and here's why. This fee gives you access to the full Amazon Seller Toolkit. You can apply for brand and category approvals, for ungating. You can list as many products as you want. You get access to Amazon FBA services. You unlock bulk listing tools, reports, and so much more things. Think of it like this: $29.99 Canadian per month isn't a cost. It's an investment into building a real scalable business. So that's it. Now you understand the monthly subscription fee. It's something you must have to start your Amazon business. Simple, clear, and non-negotiable. Now let's move to something just as important, referral fee. This is where Amazon takes a small percentage from your sales. Yes, Amazon charges a referral fee of 8% to 17%, depending on what category your product is in. For example, electronics might have a different fee than clothing or beauty products, but don't worry, I'll break it down for you in a way that's super easy to understand. So stay with me and let's dive into this next key point. All right, now let's talk about something super important, the FBA Fulfillment Fee. Listen to me carefully. This part is a must. Don't skip it. Don't ignore it. If you're serious about selling on Amazon, you must understand this. So here's the deal. When you send your products to Amazon's warehouse and they handle the packing, shipping, and customer service, they charge a fulfillment fee per unit, and it depends on the size and weight of your product. Let me break it down. Small standard, 500 grams or less, around $4.24 Canadian cents per unit. Large standard, 500 grams to 1,000 grams, about $5.78 Canadian cents per unit. Oversized products, these can go from $7 to even $20 plus Canadian cents per unit, depending on how big and heavy they are. So yeah, this is a major cost. You cannot afford to miss this while calculating your profit. And look, I'm just here to guide you, but it's your job to pay attention and make smart decisions. You've got this. Okay, now let's move on to another important part of your Amazon FBA costs, the monthly storage fee. Yup, this one catches a lot of new sellers off guard, so listen carefully. When you send your products to Amazon's warehouse, they don't just store it for free. They charge you every month for the space your inventory takes up. Here's how it works. From January to September, Amazon charges about 30 Canadian dollars per cubic meter. But from October to December, the busy Q4 season, that rate increases to around 43 Canadian dollars per cubic meter. Why? Because Q4 is peak shopping season and warehouse space becomes more valuable. So Amazon charges more. So please plan smart, don't overstock. Keep your inventory clean and flowing, otherwise these storage fees can eat into your profit. I'm not saying this to scare you, I'm saying it to prepare you. This is all part of running a successful FBA business. All right, let's talk about a fee that most beginners ignore, but it shows up on your cost sheet: inbound shipping fee. Now look, when you send your products to Amazon's warehouse using their partnered carrier program, which most sellers do, Amazon helps you get discounted shipping rates. Sounds good, right? But wait, there's still a cost involved. On average, you'll pay around 20 cents to 68 cents CAD per unit for inbound shipping. So let's say you're sending 100 units. That's an extra 20 to 40 Canadian dollars just to get your products into Amazon's warehouse. It might sound small at first, though, but trust me, when you're working on thin margins, every cent matters. And if you're not careful, boom, there goes your profit. So what should you do? Always include inbound shipping costs when calculating your total cost per unit. Use the Amazon partnered carrier option, and it's cheaper than sending shipments by yourself. Just remember, this is the cost of getting your product in the game, and smart sellers always plan. All right, here's another fee you really need to know about, especially if you're selling in categories like clothing, shoes, or anything where returns are common. It's called the return processing fee. Now, you might be thinking, wait, I already paid to ship the product, and now I must pay again if it comes back? Yep, that's how it works. If a customer returns your product, Amazon charges you the same amount as the original FBA fulfillment fee. So for example, if Amazon charged you $5.78 to fulfill that unit, they'll charge you another $5.78 when the customer returns it. Ouch, right? That's why returns can hurt your profit if you're not prepared. But here's the tip: sell products with low return rates. Double check your listings, descriptions, and sizes to avoid misunderstandings. And always factor this fee in when calculating your true profit. Look, returns are a part of e-commerce. You can't avoid them completely, but if you understand this fee up front, you'll be one. Okay, here's another one you really don't want to ignore: the removal fee. And trust me, this one hit different when your inventory isn't selling. So what is it? Let's say you've got products sitting in Amazon's warehouse that aren't moving, or maybe you just want to get them back. You can request Amazon to remove them and send them back to you, but they'll charge you a fee for that. Here's the breakdown. Standard size items, around 30 cents to $1 Canadian per unit. Oversize items, anywhere from 10 Canadian dollars per unit. So yeah, removing inventory isn't free. It can add up fast, especially if you've got a lot of unsold stock lying around. That's why smart sellers track inventory regularly, avoid over-ordering, and only send what they're confident will sell. Because trust me, paying to remove dead stock is a lesson no one wants to learn the hard way. And that's a wrap for now. We've covered the removal fee, something that can really catch new sellers off guard. But don't go anywhere. This was just part 1. Part 2 is coming up next, and trust me, you don't want to miss it. Stay tuned, you're just getting started.